I won't be too scandalous or like name, but
Drama.
our
Thanks for coming.
of course, I'm so excited. Thanks for having me.
Me too. I don't know anybody else who like started their own podcast.
Oh really?
Like it's like on the internet. Like a lot of people are like starting podcasts and whatnot, but like I don't know anyone personally. It's like, oh my god, Cheyenne's already done it. Like let me like pick her brain about it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to also have someone to talk about it because I feel like a lot of people talk about doing it.
Yeah,
and they're like,
everyone talks about doing stuff, but they don't go through it.
Exactly.
Right.
And they're like, like, you know, so many people have podcasts. Like anyone can have a podcast these days.
Yeah, anyone can do anything.
Right. And it's like, I mean, just do it. Like that's my thing. I'm like, if you want to do it, just like, who cares? Like, I think a lot of people have hesitancy because they're like, oh, who's gonna listen to what I have to say?
I know exactly what you're talking about. To my like 35 followers.
Hey, that's good. Honestly, I don't even know like what our numbers are, but my thing is like if a single person like resonates and connects with you, like your goal is, you know, like that's my accomplishment. Right? It's like if one person feels heard or seen from what I've shared, then like I feel successful. I'm like, that's kind of the bottom line.
Nice.
Like I feel
like this greater purpose.
No, I mean like for me it's not like I'm trying to spread some like, you know, messages or like gospel or whatever. Or, like, you know,
I don't know what I could say that would be more to someone else. Right. Somebody else on the internet.
Yeah.
Personally.
But good job on starting. It's exciting.
It's kind of, it's been a little hard, but I mean, before that, I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. It's actually been so long.
I know.
I've been good. I think the last time was like
cold. The last time that we
I think it was cold. It was literally cold outside. Because we were working and we had like the it was cold. Yeah.
So Cheyenne and I met. It was like too quiet.
Yes.
We met through. So I guess we were side hustling.
We were fully side hustling.
Yeah. Are you still? So we were promoters technically.
Yep. Promoters.
Are you still promoting?
No. So I actually probably the last time we saw each other was not too far before I kind of rolled off. Yeah.
Oh.
So I kind of
stopped. And I start the trend of rolling.
Not really. I mean, I think it was more because it was just getting too much. Because like aside from promoting, I was also going in to be VIP hostess like every weekend. Yeah. So it was like me and Winnie, my other coworker, were like we were basically going in every weekend. And she would go in way more
because there were no other people. Is that why?
Yeah. So we were like the main people.
Right. Yeah.
Like before it was Lawrence, right? Like the host. But then he rolled off, and so we came in to kind of be his, you know, replacement. But it was getting to the point where I would feel bad if I had plans and then I couldn't go and I had to go to work. Or vice versa, if I called out of work and then I went to like go do something fun, then I would feel guilty that I called. Either way, I was feeling guilty. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. But also I won't be too scandalous or like name but
drama.
Our manager is no longer there either.
Wait, I heard this. I heard this actually. I heard because Ruby was technically in contact with them still because she was like promoting like longer than I was. I just kind of like was like, oh, I can't anymore because I have this new job, blah blah blah. And then I heard that he moved.
He moved to the other organization.
Are they like a monopoly, a duopoly, like the two? Is it like he went to the competitor?
Kind of.
Okay.
Like somewhat, I would say.
I was confused by that because I thought he had part ownership in this, and I was like,
no, I don't think so. Oh. I don't think he has any owner. I think he just like was the leader of the VIP department.
Yeah, experience.
But not any ownership.
Okay.
But it was kind of a thing. So it worked out really well.
It was like a whole drama.
A little bit. Because the thing, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I was not in like part of the other side of it. For me, I like told him, I was like, hey, like, I think I'm gonna roll off a little bit. I'm happy to come in on big nights and like help out, but I don't think I can do like a consistent every week anymore. And he didn't reply for like 2 days. No, that's why I thought. I was like, oh my gosh, I like pissed him off.
But then he was like, I don't work there anymore.
No, literally. And then, like a week later, he was like, no, so first 2 days after I said
I love this. I didn't expect team.
Right. No, so he was like, oh yeah, that sounds good, Cheyenne. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
No problem. And I was like, oh. Like, first he doesn't reply for 2 days because I thought he was mad. And then he's like so chill about it. So I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then a week later, I found out what actually happened.
So he left, like, technically, like, right before you left?
Yeah. So it literally was the same exact timing. So I was like, all right, this is my cue. Like, easy exit.
Yeah. Where's Winnie?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Because, so when that happened, they were like, oh, you know, the other team taking over will like reach out when they're ready. Yeah. So I was like, oh, cool, fine. Like, and I was like, when they reach out, I'll just tell them the same thing. Like, I can't commit. And then they never reached out. So I was like, all right, like, I'm not gonna reach out to them.
They never reached out?
They never reached out. And then, so I went back to like, you know, go see a DJ and like go see. And it was like another guy who was another role in the organization. I don't think you would know. I don't think you would. No, I didn't recognize him. But he was like, I think he was probably part of it before.
Oh, and then they asked him to come back?
Yeah. And so when I went there, I was like, oh my gosh, guys, like, hey. And I was like hugging, so sad. Steve, I was like, hey, like my friends. Good vibes. And then the new VIP guy was like, who is this person? And I was like,
I'm dead.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that reel. It's like, who's this? Who's this?
Oh, yeah.
The owner of this house.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That gives me that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why I blanked on that for a second.
No, it's all good. Yeah, no, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, getting back to the point though.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Okay. Are you working another job yet? Like when you were working there?
I was about to.
Okay.
Like I basically was transitioning.
Gotcha.
So I had already gotten a new job, but like I told them, oh, I don't want to start until this date. Right. So I had some free time.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I want to make some cash on the side, but also like I always go to that. Not to sound like a I mean
it's okay.
They have some good concerts.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
And
they really do.
I was like, how bomb would it be if I could just go for free?
For free, yeah.
And I went to so many, I think, while I was working there. It was just like for free. It was awesome. So the free drink ticket.
Yeah. You gotta know how to hustle.
Yeah.
Like not just like get a side gig to get you some money, but like the benefits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like this is something that I enjoyed.
Exactly.
Like, free concert. The money was also like super easy.
It was really good.
Really good. Yeah.
Like out
3 hours a day?
Right.
Yeah.
And out of all my like jobs that I had at the time,
that
was the quickest.
Side hustle jobs,
yeah, side hustle. I mean, and my full-time job. That was literally the quickest, like, easy cash. Yeah. And it was fun, too.
It was fun.
Like, I actually really enjoyed it. Like, despite what I said earlier of, like, oh, I was, conflicted and, like...
Right.
But I actually really enjoyed my time.
Right. I agree.
Like, it was always fun.
I got to meet you, and I got to meet Winnie. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So it was nice.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And, like, that's also part of the reason I was, like, when... I found out like people were transitioning out, I was like, that was the only thing keeping me there. So if the people weren't there anymore, like why would I go back?
Yeah,
right. If it wasn't my team that I had become close with.
Yeah.
But my other side hustles. So I actually just finished my other one. I used to work at literally yesterday. I worked at HealthWorks, the gym, the all women's gym.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was front desk there. And again, with the benefits.
I love that side hustle. I've been thinking about something like working at the front desk at Equinox or something like that.
Yeah, you should do it. Because
I've been thinking about it.
The thing with that is that you get a free membership.
Yeah.
So.
What is that? $300 a month? Yeah.
For Equinox it is. For us it was like $120-ish per month. Or like 60 something bi-weekly. We got a free membership. And the other one that I took advantage of was 50% off personal training. And I was like, I'm never gonna get this price for personal training.
50% off, not even 25%. Wow.
Yeah. So it was really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, same thing. It was just like I was working 3 times a week on top of my full-time job. And so I was like, you know what? It was good to like save up some money and like make some cash and, you know, reap the benefits. But like it's getting to the point where I was like, it's too much. It's like too much. So yeah, yesterday was my last day. But yeah. Are you doing any other side gigs now?
No, this is
the side gig.
This is my attempt to side hustle for free.
Yeah. Hey, you never know where it's gonna go. Yeah. So
yeah. I'm like one of those people that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it big, Delulu.
Hey,
at the same time,
that is the key. That is the key.
No, you're so right. Like you have to like manifest it,
right? Exactly,
or it's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
And manifesting, I think it works perfect.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think for me, manifesting is less about like a spiritual higher being, but it's more about like owning the energy and adopting that mindset.
Yeah,
and then letting it take off.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go around and be like, oh, I'm never gonna make it.
Oh my god, I hate that negative energy.
Why am I doing this? Like then don't do it.
Yeah, just stop.
Just stop.
Just stay in your room.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you gotta believe in it. So.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
I'm here for it.
So that's what this is. It's kind of like, so last time I edited something was like in middle school.
Oh my god.
Like on iMovie on the Mac or something for a project.
Yeah.
So I was like podcasts are not even the worst thing to edit. I feel like other video materials like way more complicated in effort, and podcasts take forever as well. And I was like, holy, like the amount of
a lot of commitment
on the side. I'm using CapCut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you use?
So,
did you do audio?
Yeah, we did audio.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, like, great that you're starting with video right off the bat. Because for us, we were struggling. My podcast is barely adult.
Yes.
Plug.
Yes, please plug it. Yeah.
But, yeah, we have not recorded in, like, months. We're on a hiatus.
Okay.
But...
Is your roommate still... Do you still live with her?
So I don't live with her anymore. Okay. She has moved to, like, 4 different places in the last, 2 years. Yeah.
But also, wow.
But she lives in New York now. And then I'm planning to move to New York in the fall.
Awesome.
So hopefully we'll reunion and be able to record again. But yeah, we did audio only, and we were trying to move into video, and it's just so hard if you didn't start there.
Really?
Yeah. Like I think for some reason.
What were the roadblocks to that?
Honestly, at the time it was because we didn't have the space to record a video. Yes. Like it didn't look nice. Like our apartment didn't look nice.
Yeah.
And then because she was, we didn't live together anymore, we were on Zoom.
Yeah.
And it's no one's gonna watch a Zoom recording video, right? So it's we didn't really bother.
I see.
But, so yeah, we used Adobe Audition for audio.
I've heard, okay. You can use that for video too, right?
They
Adobe
have
something else.
Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro. So that's what I'm used to, but that's also because I was in design, so I have a design background. I'm familiar with Adobe tools. Okay. But the jump from iMovie to Adobe is insanity.
iMovie is I feel like it's discontinued.
However, now that I'm in Premiere and I go back to iMovie, I'm wow, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to use this anymore. So yeah, CapCut's great. Stay there.
It's free, so that's why I use it.
Yeah, stay there.
Adobe Premiere probably to pay, right?
Yeah, so it was because we started while we were in school, and I had the school plan.
Oh, awesome.
So we just kind of continued with that, and then now I use it for work as well. So, again, just reaping freebies.
I love that you're using the knowledge that you already have.
Yeah. That's the thing too, what you said about editing, I also have a YouTube channel that I do not contribute to anymore.
Yes.
Because
I also wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just don't edit because it's so
much more work, right?
Yeah. At least with a podcast, it's a conversation.
Exactly.
There's no you don't need to find the scenes. You don't need to is this an interesting cut? Is this music good? You literally just
it is what it is.
Yeah. You have the conversation.
You get what you get.
Yeah. But yeah, it's hard. It's tough.
have started vlogging.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what I call it vlogging. Like I went to New York. Was it this past weekend? Yeah, it was this past weekend. By the way, there was amazing matcha there.
Oh my god, yeah.
I wanted to tell you.
Okay, everything in New York is just better.
I agree.
There's better options.
Have you heard of, apparently it went viral, but I'm not sure because I only saw one video on it. Right. Them saying it went viral, but Kijitora, have you heard it?
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Okay, it's in Brooklyn. So both their matcha stores are in Brooklyn. So unfortunately, there's not one in Manhattan. But I also like utilize Belly Eats, that app. I love that app. I love so much. And even on the app, it's like really highly rated. And I went and I was like, whoa. Is it
really good?
So it was like weird because I thought I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, like blown away, like that kind of vibe. But like, it just felt, I guess this is what high quality is. Like, it was just so clean and it tasted really like real, like not powdery.
I see.
So I was like, oh I think this is good, but I'm not sure. So I went back the next day and I was like, okay, this is good. The strawberry matcha, super strawberry. It had strawberry at the bottom, super clean. It was, I could feel like I could get addicted to this.
I see.
So I recommend.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Matcha lover. Here in Brooklyn.
Yeah, because I feel like here there's not that many matcha specialty places.
I agree.
Like there's Matcha Maiko, which I actually
I haven't even heard that.
I like it because
you don't like it. Okay.
I don't know, because it's like really intense. Like it's very strong.
Oh, interesting.
Because
like
they're
bitter?
like it's like a little bit too bitter.
Oh, I see.
But it's because they're, being more purist and like being authentic. Like if you drink real matcha, it's not even supposed to be a latte, right? It's like if you're gonna be a real purist. So they're like, closer to what it would be in Japan.
I see. Okay.
But it's good. Like they have like matcha ice cream and like all the matcha desserts. So it is a good one. I think there's another one that just opened in Brookline. I don't think it's Matcha Maiko, but it's also a matcha like store. I haven't tried it yet. But
maybe I'll have to try it, see if like Kijitora was like really good. I think it was. I didn't get the impression that it was super bitter though. I just felt like it was clean.
Yeah. I feel like that's the key because because I feel like my matchas usually I make at home. Oh. So I got matcha powder the last time my mom was in Japan. I asked her, I was like, can you please buy me ceremonial grade matcha? Yeah. And she's like, what is that? Effort, dang. But it's like, I like it because I can control the variables a little bit more. I see. So I make my own matcha lattes with, sometimes I put condensed milk or sometimes I put honey.
That sounds so
good. Just like a drizzle. Like I don't like it to overpower. Yeah. And then I make the matcha and then I use soy milk. But not like the Asian soy milk, like mixing soy milk, like in the cafes. Like.
Oh no, I don't know.
So I feel like,
it's different?
Have you drank like Asian soy milk?
Yes, but I'm allergic, so I stopped drinking it because I remember because Koreans have this like soy milk like. They love to drink soy milk. There's like these little box juices, and I used to drink them a lot.
Yeah.
And then
like a similar
my
version.
Tongue would get itchy, so I was like, okay, I can't drink these anymore. I know.
Oh my god, it's like usually the opposite. Like I can't drink real milk, so I drink soy.
I can't drink that either. So,
oh my gosh,
I drink oat milk.
yeah. But I like Asian soy milk. I feel like is more actual soy, right? It actually tastes like soy.
Yes, yeah.
But I mean, for the lack of a better way to describe white people soy milk. Caucasian soy milk. Yeah. Like the one that you see in the cafes or like, I buy them from Costco. It's not so soy-based, but it's more like with your oat milks and almond milks, they try to make it taste as much like milk as it can.
Okay.
But I like soy because it has a hint of sweet. So again, with like a drizzle of condensed milk or honey, and then the sweetness of the soy, it's like the perfect balance for me. Sometimes I don't even add the sweetener because the soy milk is enough to like
so good.
Bring it in.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm embarrassed with the Tate.
Oh my god, no. I was saying like I actually like.
Mine is like a shot of espresso, so it's discolored.
Yeah, mine is oat milk. But no, I actually like Tate matcha. I can't remember which matcha it was. The only matcha in Boston that I actually just didn't like, and there's only one. Because everything else, I was like, oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. I can't remember though.
Well, hopefully I never run into that store because
I don't think it was. I don't think it was like a common, like a, you know.
It's like a small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fine. Yeah. But
Okay, I also realized.
Oh my gosh, our drinks. Okay.
They're like melted now, so I feel like
let's drink
like
the water. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Let's take a sip of ice water. Yum.
That is so. I'm dead.
It's a palate cleanser.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're so right.
So then now we can taste
exactly what that was.
Yes. Incredible.
That was perfect. It worked out.
Yay.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with Olipop.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't even know if they can see it. Zoom in.
I have no idea. We can do the boop.
Yeah. Sparkles. And did you see the Barbie movie?
I did. Yes.
It was so good.
Iconic.
I'm like surprised that they released this so late. I'm like, hello.
Wait, yeah.
Why is this now? Why didn't you release
That's
it
so interesting.
earlier with the whole Barbie
Right. So this just came out.
This is new.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how new, but Barbie was like months
literally
ago.
Like last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Was it last year? That's
I don't know
crazy.
how much time has
I don't know if they did it because like they wanted to like be released around summertime or anything
Maybe,
like that.
yeah. But like literally last year was Barbie summer.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Like what's the I don't know. They just released this in Whole Foods.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like I just got the notification like a few days ago.
Oh, you get the notification. You get
Respect. I am an Olipop like cult member.
I love it.
Which is crazy because I was literally telling you that I do not drink soda.
Yeah.
Like, all my life, never drink soda. Soda was never allowed in the house. And then they got me. They got me. They were like, it's good for your prebiotic or whatever. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, let me try, you know. It's so good. This is supposed to be peaches and cream flavor. Ooh. So I wanted to...
Let's do a taste test.
When I was looking for this, it wasn't released in Whole Foods yet. It was released in Target, so I went to go look for it.
Was it gone?
This is the last one left. Last one left.
And it's like dented.
And I was like, what? Do I drink
Oh my
this?
gosh.
Yeah, I was
I'm sure it's fine.
Not ideal, but it tastes the same inside.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's do it. Peaches and cream Barbie flavor.
Overspill. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Also matches my nails.
Oh my god, cute! I love it. I love the aura nails.
Thank you.
They're cute.
This one fell off, but it was supposed to be flower.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Ooh, okay.
It comes out clear. It's pretty much.
I wonder if it's gonna taste like cream soda.
Oh, peaches and cream.
Oh, it smells
They
good.
don't have like a orange popsicle cream flavor yet, I don't think.
Okay, cheers. Let's taste it.
Oh.
Ooh. That's good.
Yeah, it is good.
That's really good.
I anticipated.
It's like really light, and it's not too sweet.
The creaminess is like there, but it kind of comes as like a not an aftertaste, but like a second taste.
Like like a sub.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why is it so complicated?
It's so good. Wait, the fact that this is like in a soda though, and it's like such complexity.
I was like, I heard that the creators of Olipop, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know, soda scientist.
But no, it's so good. So I was curious because, my dad's side of the family is from Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. And so I used to visit when I lived in Malaysia, like pretty much every year.
You used to live in Malaysia?
Yeah.
That's so
We never
cool.
talked about this? That's crazy.
I don't think so.
So yeah, background.
Or if it was like very long time ago.
Yeah, very long time ago. So I was born in Massachusetts and I lived in Dedham, like right outside Boston, for the first 6 years of my life. And then I moved to Malaysia with my mom's side of the family. Well, with my parents, but like her mom's side, her side lives in Malaysia. And it was because my grandparents were older and my mom by this point had lived away from home for like
totally understandable.
a long time.
Yeah, I feel that.
So, they were like, oh, why don't you come back and like, spend some time with us? And at this point, my grandfather was 92. So we were like fully expecting it to be like a 2-3 years, for the rest of his life. And then we'll come back to America. Let me know why this man lived another 11 years.
That's awesome.
Like, grateful, blessed, thank you.
That's funny. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
11 years from 92, you said? So you made it to
101, like 102. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I literally graduated high school there.
What is the secret? Did he tell you? Did you ask him?
I don't know, man. And the fact is, like, he had a stroke before, or like one or two, maybe one or. So
that's surprising.
Yeah. Like the odds of like having lived for so long after already having like previous condition, like I was like, wow. I hope the genes are in me. I hope it passed out because
it probably did. That's normally how it works.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, going back to what I was going to say. So my dad's side of the family is from Hong Kong. I never lived there, but it was like a second home. We would go all the time. And there's a drink there, Schweppes cream soda.
Okay.
Like Schweppes ginger ale.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of ginger, it looks the exact same, the can. But it's cream soda. And they only produce it now. I think it's only still produced in Hong Kong or China. But like, I think Hong Kong. And so it's like a very distinct.
That's very cool.
It's different than like the cream sodas you get here. I don't drink cream soda here like habitually.
Cream soda here is kind of heavy.
It's heavy, yeah. And it's like too sweet.
Yeah,
like it literally is like ice cream as a soda.
Yeah.
But the cream soda in Hong Kong reminds me of this. Where it's like.
That is such a big compliment.
Really light.
Yeah.
And it's like sweet. It gives you that sweet like craving fulfilling. But it's not like super heavy.
Good job, Olipop.
Go, Olipop. Now I know what to get when I can't get my cream soda from Hong Kong.
Wow.
Yeah. So good job.
Yeah, and that's a great comparison.
Yeah.
I'm great. Normally the strawberry whatever
cream.
The strawberry soda. Like that's the one that I normally go for. But I think this is on my list too.
This is really good. Would recommend everyone. Peaches and cream. Barbie flavor.
The color is supposed to be a little peachy, like the yellowy.
I will say I can't really like distinguish the peach.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's actually true.
It's like just generally
fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, the packaging is definitely what got me. It like showed up on my Instagram ads.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how they got me. The Instagram ad got me.
That's such a funny thing because, like, again, I have a background in design. So I've used to, like, try to find my niche of, like, what kind of design I want to go into. My original, like, beginning of design, I actually really liked layout design. So, like, magazines, books.
Oh, I see.
Like, that kind of thing. Because I was in yearbook. So that was, like, the beginning days.
Okay.
And then going into college, I was like, okay, well, print is dying. Like, I can't do that.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I was like, what do I like? And I was like, oh, packaging design is cool. Like,
interesting. Yeah. I never would have even, like, thought to go in that direction.
I mean, I didn't end up doing that. Yeah. Like, I didn't pursue it. But I always think about, like, how packaging, like, you literally judge a book by its cover, right? Like, you judge a can by
People
its
say
design.
not to, but
it's natural.
Hard,
like, it's human nature. It's just what we do.
Exactly.
And so I was like, oh, maybe, like, as a, you know, one possible path, like, packaging design. And there's, like, me and my co-host and my old roommate, we kind of, I mean, we didn't make it up, but we refer to a lot of the packaging as, like, millennial designs. And what I mean by this is, like, the matte, like, really simplistic, like, chipped bag or, like, chocolate. And it's just, like, a matte orange color and then, like, one word. And then it's, like, and it's just, like, so enticing. And it's, like, minimalist.
Like Kit Kat?
No, like, I mean, like, like specialty chocolates. Like, like, specialty, or, like,
like, Lint? Like, I'm trying to, like, envision.
Yeah, like, kind of, like, instead of those, like, typical commercial ones.
Okay.
You know the ones that come out and they're trying to be so, like, unique. And they're like, oh, we're the new, like, healthy chocolate or something like that. And it's just, like, this, like, really simple, like, kind of like the book cover, right? It's just, like, very simple, like, geometry and it's like really soothing to the eye. And I'm like, I'm gonna buy that one. Yeah. And I love thinking about how it impacts like purchase and like behavior. And Olipop did it. Olipop did it.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm just one of the many.
No, it's okay. We're all guilty. Influenced. We're all guilty. Yeah. Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I totally just like brought that into the middle because we were talking about the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And then you're on a hiatus in your YouTube channel. Yes. And I was talking about New York. And I was like, I started vlogging and then my ADHD got me.
Yes. It's all good. Same. Honestly, the fact that you were able to recover that train of thought is so impressive.
I had a plan. I need to come back to it.
Because I can't do that. Once I'm off the plot, I'm persevering.
No, but I'm like personally curious because I just started vlogging and I started editing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is so awkward. How do you do it?
It's true.
Even around my friends, I was like doing that. I would just use my phone.
Yeah.
I was like vlogging. One of my friends is next to me. She like slowly
back away.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. So I think with my minimal experience that I have since paused.
More than me. I feel like I definitely like did a quick scour and I can't remember. I feel like one of them had like over 1,000 something.
Me? Perhaps. TBH, I have not checked recently. But the one vlog that I actually completed from start to finish was like an SF trip that I did with my friends. And I will totally agree. It's like hella awkward in the beginning and you're just like, I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable in the situation. You also have that balance of like, oh, I want to live in the moment and like enjoy the time.
It's the hardest part.
But then I'm also like, oh, but I want to remember and like, you know, record it. I think for me, it's just like getting over the fear of judgment. And also, I mean, this is like hard because, you know, you have to get there first. But after that SF trip, and I sent the video to my friends. I was like, hey guys, like this is from our trip. And they were like, oh my gosh, I love watching it again because it's like so fun to relive like the trip. Yeah. So it's like that helped me really get over the fact of like, okay, in the moment, it's going to be weird. Yeah. But the reward is that, you know, the people involved really enjoy it, right? And again, for me, it's not about like, I don't want to go viral. Like I'm not trying to be an influencer and travel vlogger or whatever, but it's more so like capturing the moment and capturing the memories and like having that as a platform to reminisce and like be kind of like a diary. Yeah. I feel like my approach to video and like content is more so like I want it for myself. Hello.
This happens on a few occasions because we're in a common area.
Oh yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, my approach is like I'm doing it for me and no one else. Yeah. Right. And again, coincidentally, if like by some chance someone feels connected to the content and they're like, oh my gosh, like I love that. To watch. Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, cool. Great. Thank you.
I totally understand what your friends feel because on occasion I will wish that someone in the group was like a vlogger or like the photographer so that I can live in the moment and yet have these like great things like photos and videos to look back on. Yeah. But my friend's like not like that. Yeah. That will be me.
It will be you. You gotta take the power.
Take one for the team.
Take the power. Yeah. No, but that's kind of my approach. And like I still, you know, I have like a vlogging camera. I got the like Canon G7X or whatever, the one that everyone has, and is now coming back again because of like digicams. Yeah. But I literally bought it, and I still take videos like on trips and stuff, but it's just like I literally don't edit them.
It's the hardest part. It's just so long.
I'm like so close to literally hiring someone off like Fiverr.
I've thought about that too.
Because I'm like, but
if you do,
I'll you know.
Split the cost for you. Like share one.
Oh my god, yeah, share an editor.
Yeah, this is what it takes to be a small business.
No, for real. Yeah, it's such a commitment because for me, what I'm finding is like I have the skill set to do it on my own. Yeah. But like the time commitment, it's a lot of time, and like by the time you like get to the end result, you're like tired of it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to feel bad about it. Like I want to enjoy it and like
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
So true.
But I encourage you, stick with it. You got it.
I'm trying, but it's kind of hard. And like, I didn't realize that starting a podcast as well as like the YouTube channel would be like hard. I feel like people see content creation on the internet and they're like, oh my god, like it's so easy.
Right.
Like,
oh my god, that's not a real job.
It's really hard. And I'm like, whoa, like it's so much time, it's so much effort. You have to like strategize your content, like think of things like weeks in advance. And I'm like, yo, like, and the other thing is that it's probably because like we're starting off, or like I'm starting off like ground up. So I've tried to like take it from like a side hustle point of view, like a small business. So I'm trying to be like a little more a little more and trying to be like a little bit more serious about it. Yeah. So that like I'm like, I need to commit, otherwise like it's never gonna become anything even if I want it to be.
For sure.
But the other like side of that is that I feel kind of like alone in that aspect, because like that's why I was like, oh my god, another podcaster. Other people don't take it the same seriousness.
I totally get that.
Yeah, so there's not the same perspective as you, which is understandable because it's not their project.
Right.
But it makes things more difficult for like the podcaster. Yeah.
No, I totally feel that. I'm very much like similar sentiments, right? I think firstly, people think content creators like are just these kids with their phones and like easily, you know, like la la la, you know, just taking a bit. It's like not that at all. It is so much more than that. And you know, the big influencers we see probably have a whole team behind them.
Oh, for sure.
That's why they can churn out like multiple videos per day.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing, is like the difficulty from like us being our own, like just us, is like getting to that state of consistency is so hard.
It's really hard.
That's why like even with my podcast, like we got to a stage where we were recording every other week.
Okay.
But we
you did episodes every other week?
Yeah, okay. So we did episodes every other week, but we didn't release the first one until we already recorded the second one. So we had a bit of like a ladder, you know what I mean? So like that's honestly what I would recommend, like compiling and stockpiling like content, so you can release consistently. Because that's the biggest thing, like with algorithms and stuff. Like not that I'm like viral or anything, but like the key to algorithms is consistency. Yeah. And that's the hardest part as like a small creator, of like gathering that content and then turning it out fast enough to release every week or every day. Right?
You would think that once a week is like not that much.
It's so like, hard. Once a week.
Why is it so much? Why is once a week just like so? It's whoa,
it's a lot. And like for us, I mean, having a partner doing it as well was really helpful, because it's like two minds, right?
Yes, yeah.
But we made a Trello board for ideas.
Oh, okay.
So we had like episode ideas, and I did the same for my own YouTube. I was like, what do I want to make content about?
Is Trello free? Because
Trello's free. Trello's free. There's a free version of Asana. It's like whatever platform you're into. I like Trello because it's simple. Yeah. Asana is like a little bit much. Like for
I've heard of Asana, but I've heard of Trello.
It's also a task management like platform, but more so I think it's better for teams. Okay. Anyway, besides the point. So yeah, we made a Trello board of like episode ideas, segments we could do, like, you know, just like brainstorm dumps. Yeah. And then we would categorize them into like kind of buckets of topics, so that we had kind of things to reference. So when we're like, oh, last week we kind of did, you know, housing, like how to find housing as a young adult. Maybe this week we'll do something a little lighter and like fun, and talk about like boyfriend issue, you know, like something more like lighthearted, so that we could kind of map it out. Yes. And then we would release it on, you know, a schedule. Yeah. We'd like schedule it out. And same for like when I was kind of consistently doing YouTube, I use like a social media scheduler. It was called Later. I'm like getting so many tips. Like I'm gonna go home. See, we have so much potential. Like if I actually committed, we would be great. Yeah. But you know, But yeah, it's called Later, and there's like multiple platforms that are similar, so you can choose again which one you feel like fits your style the most. But it's basically like a cross-posting platform where you can schedule like your Instagram, your TikTok, your like Twitter, whatever it is.
That is really hard.
It's really hard.
I was like trying to figure out like, okay, Instagram, you can like schedule posts or whatever, but I was like, can you do that for the YouTube Shorts on that platform? Because YouTube Shorts,
I'm not sure because I haven't used it recently.
Okay.
So I don't think Shorts was out yet when I was using it. But I would assume so. Like they have most major platforms. So probably.
So I'm using Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and doing that 3 times, like once or twice a day. I'm like, yo, this is too much time. Like I don't.
It's so time.
It's a waste of my time.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's look for a platform that you can like schedule and cross post, so you can like save that time. And then I mean now like there's so many AIs out there. Like at the time, like it wasn't an AI program, it was just like their own formula of you know, they would determine what time is the best to post based on performance, and it would have like suggested like hashtag. Like it was deep. Like it got deep. And again, now with like so many AI things, it's probably even better, like more specific.
I've been using for like shorts generation. I've been using Opus Clip.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
But I had to pay.
Oh, gotcha. Does it like help you segment out like pieces of your clips?
Yeah, you submit the video and then it's AI.
Right.
So it'll read your video and then
and choose like the best one.
Yeah, and then it'll generate like a bunch of shorts for you. And it'll be like, oh, this will be the most viral, and then they'll rank it. Like they'll give it a score out of 100 out of like hook, like trend.
Wait, that's so smart.
Yeah. So
wow.
It's the best one that I've used so far because I use Opus Clip and Spiral or something. But Spiral, I preferred Opus Clip.
Yeah.
And then I've also tried Taja. Taja is like a YouTube.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard other like creators mention that.
Yeah. That one does shorts, but also just like YouTube video description. So I've been using Taja and Opus Clip, but I've just started utilizing it on the last video or two. So I'm kind of like, I'm not sure if I love them yet because the Opus Clips, I'm like, I feel like the Taja clips are better than the Opus Clips one. So you can tell they have a different like
like style. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, who's really gonna make me go viral?
Yeah. Totally.
So I'm still watching it. Yeah.
For sure. That's cool. Yeah, I'll look into that when we get back into it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Makes things easier at least.
For sure.
You gotta edit a little, but
yeah. Because like again, when we were trying to start out doing video as well, like I was doing it manually.
Yes.
Like I literally was like, oh, this is a good clip. And then I would like generate my own captions. Yeah. And like, you know, do it. It's just like a lot of steps. Right. And people don't realize that. Yeah. Right. Like even for my like my job, my day job, I'm at like a small tech startup. Like it's literally only a handful of us as full-time employees. And so we're like doing everything, right? Yeah. So with my like minimal experience in like social media and like all that kind of stuff, like I'm trying to strategize how to get our name out there, like market, like social media marketing. And you know, my coworkers are like, oh yeah, it's like simple. We don't have to think too much about it. And I'm like,
what are you talking about? That's what they think from outside.
Right, exactly. I'm like, no, we need to be strategic. We need to, like, what is going to make people believe in us? Right. Like, what is going to make people stop their scroll and, like, take a second look and actually click into something. And it's like, you're literally, like, being a psychologist at this point. It's, like, literally psychology. Which is actually, like, my interest. Like I was really interested in that. That's why I went into graphic design and media studies. So with the media studies side, I was looking at like analyzing media itself, but in turn kind of thinking about like human behavior and like sociology type things.
Dang.
It was very fun, but like very difficult.
Yeah.
Like it's so layered.
That is like so relevant to like everything we do now. So it's like Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a good...
And that's what led me to like UI UX design, like user interface, user experience, because it quite literally is that. It's like looking at the psychology of human behavior and like what makes you click something and what makes you interact in a certain way, and then designing around that. And like,
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's like super cool. I'm like not designing too much right now. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, again, because we're a startup, like I'm not doing a lot of the designing right now. We're busy doing other things. It is still kind of the root of like my approach and you know what I am interested in. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dang, I feel like I have this like foundation of like knowledge and like setting that is like, if we bring it back to like podcasting, that just like, sets you up so well. And I'm like, yeah.
Thanks.
Please teach me.
I try. No, I feel like, I mean, going back to like, you know, approach of podcasting and vlogging, it's like, at the end of the day, I think authenticity is like the key.
I agree.
Right? Like you shouldn't try to be like another influencer, like another creator, because they're popular for them being like that. Right? Like you need to bring yourself to the table and bring your own personality, your own approach. And like also going into, you know, creating consistency. A lot of people are like, oh, you should find a niche, like, you know, hone in on one niche. But I think for me, like, I think that's definitely relevant in terms of, you know, not being all over the place and like having consistency. But I also don't think it should limit you into only thinking about one thing. Like, for example, our podcast being called Barely Adulting, like, of course, a lot of our content is about like navigating things in adulthood. Like, we started this in college. Like, we were like, what is taxes? Like that kind of thing, which I still don't know.
Such a good question.
Which I still don't know. Like, I'm still struggling, guys. But, you know, we are not like tied to only giving advice or like guidance on
taxes.
Like certain topics. So, yeah. All good.
So, okay, I'm still trying to like find my niche, and if I haven't, I might not have. Yeah, this has happened on previous episodes too, so no worries.
It's all good. It's all good.
I think they're having like a little party in the other room, so
sounds like there's a gathering.
I don't think they're gonna be able to hear it.
Okay.
But
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So my podcast is called, I think you already know because I sent you a link, but it's called Son, and it's SON, but it actually stands for. It actually.
Oh, yeah, not this one. The other one has.
So my podcast is Son. So it's like really easy. And it's kind of like a play because we're women, but it stands for Sen Onni. Okay. In Korean, which means like tough older sister.
I love that.
So I'm trying to bring like that older sister vibe. And so far I've been kind of like interviewing women that I feel like in my life that are like strong and like, you know, asking them questions. Like,
I'm so honored. I'm so honored.
Much to offer my 35 followers.
Aww.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the niche that I'm trying to go into. So I wanted to start a segment on we love like when women ...
I love this.
Right? Like
so
it's just like
good.
I love it when women like dress up and they just like women like they like own it. Yeah. I feel like yes, okay, a dressed up, good looking man can like be visually striking or whatever, like nice to look at or like take your breath away, but I feel like it's very rare compared to like when you look at a woman that's just like in her element and you're like, this woman like takes my breath away. Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
like,
no, I fully agree.
So much more.
Yeah.
So
no, I love that. I want to go off of that.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking about this, right, I was like, also because, you know, we met each other in like the nightlife area. Like, I love when women, you know, that bathroom moment.
Yeah.
You're like, girl, you look so good. But it's like, I love it that we have reached a point in womanhood to be supportive of each other and be like, yes, instead of being like, ew.
I know, like, I can wear that dress better. Like, None
like,
of that
no
here.
more of that catty behavior. Yeah. And I just love it when we have those moments and we're like, hell yeah, like go up. Yeah. And like we can appreciate each other.
And it feels genuine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like even though we're never gonna see each other again, like maybe next time in the club. Like, probably never gonna see each other again. Didn't even get your name, but you're just like, I need to tell you you look good. I don't even need to know
you, but yeah.
Facts. I love women.
Facts.
Love. So fun.
Okay, let me see if I can remember my second one. Actually, I remember my third one, but it's so random.
Go for it.
You're gonna be like, what the hell? I kind of love that like women don't need to know how to parallel park, and they don't care. Yeah. They're like, I don't need to parallel park. It is God. A life skill.
That's so funny.
And I don't care that I don't know how to.
That is so funny. So my parallel parking, actually because I live in Boston and like my boyfriend has a car, so I've been driving it more. I've actually gotten okay at it. Okay. Like, on both sides. Yeah, that's but it's good. Like out of like necessity.
Yeah, we also love a woman that can parallel park, by the way.
Thank you. But, yes. But I do understand what you mean. Yeah. Because when I used to live in Malaysia, parking was a lot easier than Boston. There's like parking lots.
That's surprising. I would have thought because Malaysia's like way more people. And
it's a lot of people, like, But I think it's like, I don't know. We just, because it's so hot, you have to drive everywhere. I mean, that's also a very privileged take, but for me, I have to drive everywhere. So the shopping malls have like parking garages, like multiple levels. Oh, yeah. So it's always, I only like reverse park. I don't know how to front park. Yes. It's a very American thing. I don't know how to front park. But so I didn't practice parallel parking once I passed my driver's test. Yeah. And then in school, so because I started driving, I would like go a little later, a little later, a little later. And then all the normal spots would get filled. And there was only the parallel parking left. And I would be sweating. And people are waiting for me. And I'm like late for school. Yeah. I'm like frantically turning my wheels whichever way I think makes sense, but I'm going the wrong way. And then I'm like, literally the amount of times I've slammed my nail into the steering wheel and broke my nail because I'm so frantic. I'm like, that's awful. Like, yeah, it's really bad. And then like I would go into school with like a bloody finger and just be like, hey guys. No. Yeah. So maybe from trauma, I've like learned how to parallel park. I've had to. But yeah.
Necessity. Okay. Necessity. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder now that you say that, I'm like rethinking, maybe I'm saying that from like privilege. Is that privilege to be like, oh, I don't need to learn? But at the same time, I don't have a car. So.
True, right, exactly. No,
I used to. But even back then, I didn't really parallel park. I'd be like, whoever's in the car with me, like, you gotta do it.
No, I've done that too. I've literally done that too. No, it's totally, and
it's like acceptable. Yeah. If like a guy was like, oh, you need a parallel park for me, it's like not as acceptable.
You're like, wait, what? Yeah. He's like, no, you have to do it for me. Yeah. Like, what do you mean I do it for you? No, I totally feel you there. It's all good. I have offered one time to do it for them, and then they were like,
nice.
No. I'm doing fine, actually. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
I can do it.
I believe in you. You got this.
What about you?
That's so funny. Okay, my next one is I love like physically strong women because I'm in like an all women's gym. Yeah. Like I just get so inspired by these like fit AF women. And like so we have mock weightlifting meets. So they're literally like set up as if you were a power lifter and you do like your deadlift and your squat and your like bench and all that stuff. And I literally like I almost cried because I was just so moved by like the camaraderie, like everyone's cheering for you. And like, you know, in the guys' gym in the weight section, they're like, up, get it up, come on, push. And I'm like, okay, that's intimidating. Like we don't like that. I'm like, when women do it,
they don't.
Yeah. When women do, let's go. Literally love that. Like,
amazing,
yes. Incredible. Like, let me cheer as well. And to the point where, like, I mean, I have been weightlifting, but I'm not, like, by any means a power lifter.
Yeah.
And then the girls were like, Cheyenne, are you going to join next time? Like, come on, you should do it. Like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, really? Like, what? I didn't get the opportunity to. But it, like, moved me to the point where I was, like, really thinking about it, right? I was going to sign up.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that is so, like...
So empowering.
Yeah.
So empowering.
And it's such like a woman, I don't know, that that whole vibe you're talking about just feels so like female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the supportive energy.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe it's like deeper in like the historical past of like, you know, women having to fight for their rights, like all that kind of stuff. And like to see us not only have our rights, but also be strong and like be more powerful. Like,
yeah.
And like along the same line, very random. During one of I was like traveling for work a few months ago and I was on the plane. I was like, what should I watch? And there's American Ninja Warrior on the plane. I don't know if you ever watched it.
I don't think I have.
But the premise is like, it's kind of like an obstacle course.
Oh, yes,
but like really extreme,
I know what it is. Yeah.
Like intense. You know, it's not just like monkey bars. It's like you have to throw the rope, like it's like crazy. And so I watched like an earlier season, right? Like season 7 or something. And it was like early 2000s. And at the time, it was the first season that women were starting to join.
No way.
Yeah. They were starting. And so all the moderators and the MCs, they were like, history is about to be made, like the first woman to attempt blah, blah, blah obstacle, like all that kind of stuff. But it was in a way that was like, genuine. They were like, this is gonna be like this is amazing. And so
what year was this?
I think it was like maybe 2000 something.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
Oh
but now, so I watched an old season and then I watched the most recent season. Now, not only are there women, there's like 15-year-old girls on the show whooping like the men. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, go off.
Yes.
Like, yes, I love when women. And like, yes. Yeah, but it's great. I love strong women.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You saying that actually triggered my memory of my second one.
Yeah.
Like we're on the same vibe right now.
Yes.
Like my second one was I love when women just like I think this was my second one. I love when women just like care about you.
Yeah.
Like there's just such like a I'm sure men can too. Men care about you too. Yeah. And there's gentlemen and like, you know, all that. But there's just something so feminine and like if a guy asks me like, how are you doing? Versus like a girl asks me or a woman asks me like how you're doing, it feels different.
It does. Like, it does. I get that.
Yeah. So that's
I get that. I love that. I think along the same line, my last one, I saw this TikTok of these two girlies. They're like in their car and they're just like doing their girly little thing. They're like, oh my gosh, we look so cute. Like, and like the sun is setting, so it's golden hour. And they're like, yes, like the sun, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then they see this like other girl getting like beat.
What the?
Like in the parking lot, like somewhere far away.
Right.
And literally the shift, they went into like, they were wolf pack mode.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, what is going on? And they're like ready to swing. And I was like, the duality of
so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, firstly, they can be so like, you know, feeling themselves.
I agree.
Like you were saying, like they're glowing, you know, they're owning it. And then immediately into like protection and standing up for each other. And again, it's like they didn't know her. They just had that instinctual care to like go and advocate for someone who's getting poorly treated. And it's like, I hope that I would do this.
Yeah.
Like I can only hope and wish that my fight or flight would fight.
People that think that like women that are gentle cannot be like strong and fiery and like fight you. It's wrong. You're so wrong.
Honestly, those are like mostly like probably the most strong ones.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. But for some reason, I feel like other women understand this, but like men don't seem to understand it. And they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, like she's just like easy to like disrespect or talk down to her, blah, blah, blah. Like,
hell no.
No. Yeah, so.
Hell no. Yeah. I feel like, side note, but kind of related. I feel like a lot of my personality, like, I'm like physically small, like I'm short, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like from a young age, I'm very like, But from a young age, I don't know why, but I've always had like a very big personality.
Yeah.
Like I feel like exactly what you said, right? I feel like because people underestimate me, I'm like,
yeah. Like what is up with that?
Like I am small, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the, Napoleon syndrome. Is that what it's called? The small man syndrome, where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fight you. But yeah, all in all, we love women.
Yeah.
Yay!
I think that's it. So
nice.
Thank you
so
podcast.
Much.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. So fun. This was fun.
I feel like I was like riled up a lot.
Yeah. We got really excited. We were like, no, this is so fun. Yay. Thank you. Cut.